Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Coding with Pragya. So today we are going to see one more inbuilt function, which is map. So in the previous lecture we have seen about the filter, and in this lecture we are going to have a look of this map function. So this map function also take two arguments. One is the function and another one is the iterable. So the arguments are same like that filter one. But let's see what is the difference between the map function and this filter function. So I'll take a list. Numbers is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are the elements of the list numbers. So now I'd like to print the square of these numbers. So I'm going to define a function with the keyword def. So name of the function is squares. And I'm going to pass the argument as a, and I'll return a square. So a, this is the formula to calculate a square. Now let me assign a variable which is answer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this function, which is the map. This is map is the built-in function. And you can see here it has two parameters. That is, first one is a function. The function is nothing but the function what we have defined here. So let me just take the function as squares. And after that, iterable is numbers. That's it. So let's print the output and an. So let's see check the output. So you can see it returns the map object. So once again, if you remember, we have seen in the list previous lecture also, we can get the output in the list. So here you can see the square of the numbers, whatever elements we have in this numbers. So the output is, yes, so 1 is square to 1, 2 is square to 4, 3 is square to 9, and so on. So you might have a doubt that if the filter also does the same thing, then then what is the difference between map and filter? So let me just execute the same thing. So let me copy this and I'm going to paste over here. Let me just, okay, I'll change the this function as square 1, and this numbers, I'll make it number underscore 1. And over here, what I'm going to do, I'll just change this variable name as result or res. Let this be in the form of list. And here I'm going to change, instead of map, I'm going to filter it. And I'll just change the square underscore 1 and number underscore 1. And let me change this res and take the output. So you can see that the difference between these two output. So the map can return the square of these numbers, which is you can see in the output, but filter cannot do that. So what is the difference? Map takes all the elements from the numbers and allows to find the square of those numbers. And what this filter does, it creates the object. And like in the previous lecture, you have seen that if it was even, it should return the element, else it hasn't returned the element. So it is, yeah, so actually it is used to filter the element which actually satisfy the condition. Let's try an even function over here. So let's see whether a map can do that or not. So you can see I have changed the formula. A modulo 2 is equals to 0. I hope you have already an idea. So definitely you understand what a filter does and what a map does. So if you can, you see you have used map and it has given you the true, false, true, false, true, false. So it can't return the output. Instead, it returns us whether this particular element is true or not. Because 1 divided by 2 is not equals to 0, so it has given false. So even if we're over here, instead of returning, we can use lambda. So lambda, then the argument is a and colon, and then the expression is a modulus instead of modulo, we use simply to find the square, and we'll do over here also the same thing. Let it be the square, and if you just check the output, so just we can remove this function now. No need to be to keep it here. So you got the answer. So now instead of using these numbers, even we can use the range what we used in filter function. So instead of these numbers, what I'm going to do, range, and you can specify a range over here. So let me write 6. So it will consider 0 to 5. And from 0 to 5, you got the square of each element. So this is how the map works. I have given the difference between the map as well as the filter. Even if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment. So that's for the lecture. Thank you. Bye-bye.